The Seoil Interra is a new law-friendly SUV mod for BeamNG. It's a modern off-roader with some unique features, so let's take it for a drive. This mod is available for free on the BeamNG repo, but you do need the required urban-made core resource package, and I've left links to both in the description down below. So this mod was created by Urban-Made, and they are a well-known BeamNG modder that gave us the Ibishu Lumience, the Day 1 LN Bus, the Bruckle-Legrand VRV, and many others. This law-friendly mod is based on the Hyundai Palisade. That's a full-size SUV built in South Korea. You can see it takes lots of elements from other cars, especially Range Rovers and Land Rovers, but Urban-Made says it's a modernized version of the Hyundai Galloper. Now, what's interesting about this thing is it's not like other modern SUVs, it's body on frame, not a monocoque chassis, so the body is basically separate to the chassis. That gives you better off-road performance. But this is a very modern SUV. We've got a 3-litre V6 in this base model. It's a Seoil engine, and it sounds... well, it's the default engine noise, but I love the detail in here. Lots of different warning signs, and what's this here? Replace the intake air filter periodically. Great detail. That engine produces a very respectable 270 horsepower, and the interior is really nice. Very clean, very modern, slightly like the Procyon Centauri, especially the steering wheel, but it is different enough, and it does feel like a Hyundai, but in BeamNG lore. Now, when you turn the car on, you do get these little screens that pop up with Seoil, the logo of Seoil there, and some information about the sat-nav system. When you turn it on, listen to this. Oh yeah, we've got a warning beep. Great feature, love it. So, driving the Seoil Interra. Now, this does feel like a modern car. Despite the fact it's body on frame, it handles surprisingly well. It is very, soft in the suspension. A lot of body roll, but absolutely manageable on the road. And the engine? It's a nice noise, it's very progressive power, very smooth, perfect for this vehicle, and quite torquey as well for off-roading. Now, we're currently in comfort mode, and we do have 4-wheel drive activated, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it into sport mode, see if that makes any difference. So we do have an automatic gearbox. All the configs in this are only available with an automatic, but you can swap it out for a manual in the tuning menu. Well, sport mode, it doesn't actually have a sport gearbox mode, but it does make the car rev a little bit higher. Whoa! It's not a sports car, that's for sure. This is built with off-roading in mind from the ground up. It's not an around-town SUV. But what about the all-important crash model? Let's see how it does as we crash into a Soliad Wendover. Whoa! It's quite tough. Yep, indicators have come on, so a little bit of deformation. Not massive. Let's crash into a stationary object. Okay, 70 miles per hour into the tunnel. Let's go into a column at 75 miles per hour. Bang! Whoa! That is quite a soft body, and you can see how the body and the frame have separated slightly. That's that body on frame construction. I'm quite impressed. I wouldn't say it's the best crash model I've ever seen. The whole body's come off now. Wow. Yeah, but it's pretty good. This mod has a great amount of content. There's 20 free configs, and a lot of variety in these configs. This is the premium model, and it's the extended range trim. That means we have, at the back, a little wheel holder for a spare wheel, and an extra fuel tank with 140 litres. That gives us over 1,300 miles of range. The interior is insane in this mod. So much interactivity, and I can't wait to show you. So, first of all, take a look at the digital dashboard. So we do have normal analog gauges here, but in the center we have a digital gauge. That will show us our range and our average fuel consumption in the comfort mode. But if we go to sport mode, it shows the tire pressure and the G-force, and off-road it says which drive mode we're in for the transfer case at L4. HA, by the way, just means all-wheel drive, and then you can split that to H4. So H4 means at least 2 wheels getting power at all times, but HA means the engine and the gearbox can work together to provide just 1 wheel power, or all 4, or all 3. It's more dynamic. Then we've got the classic things like the hazard warning lights and interior lights. This premium model also has a sunroof. You can open it like that or close it like that. We've also got folding mirrors. They go in and out really smoothly. And the boot release. If I click that and then swing out the tyre, the boot opens on its own. And I believe you can close it again by pressing that. Yes, it does. Perfect. There are loads of buttons down here, and these are all the drive modes for the off-roading capabilities. We've got low range, drive mode, front and rear diff locks. We'll have a look at that later when we do some off-roading. But I think the coolest part of this mod is in the back. So we have a third row of seats. Quite a lot of room in the back, but if you want more, press this button, bang, they fold flat. And then watch this. Another button, even flatter. You could lie down here and sleep. It is bed length. Totally flat floor now. I love mods with this feature. We don't see them very often. UrbanMade's done a great job at making the screens in this thing really smooth and really good looking. We've also got the map over here. That's really smooth too. Now, we do have over 1,000 miles of range with just 18 MPG. Pretty bad. We're in eco mode as we go onto the highway. But yeah, 140-litre extra fuel tank on top of the 80-litre one it already has is crazy. But it's a very nice, comfortable cruiser with that 8-speed automatic gearbox. However, we've got to test out the off-road capability of this car. So let's head somewhere a bit more appropriate for some off-roading action. So then, welcome to Johnson Valley, the perfect place to test any off-road car. And at the gas station ahead, we've got the 4 off-road orientated models. And I think you'll be quite interested in what they can do. So, whoa, coming off here. The brakes are pretty good on this thing. And here they all are. So again, quite a lot of variety in these off-road models. We have an Army version with a 2.2-litre diesel engine. Then we've got the Trotter. This is like the factory version for off-roading. We do also have a snorkel on there. Weird name, Trotter. It makes me think of Only Fools and Horses. That's a British reference. And then over here, the Leviathan. This is a customized Seoil. Its really chunky tyres make it great at off-roading, but not as good as the Baja. This is for off-road racing, desert racing really. It's got a very powerful 3.5-litre engine, I think over 500 horsepower. So here it looks like Trotter is a mark or a brand within Seoil. They do off-roady sort of stuff. Decisions. Which one should we drive? I think I'm going to go for the Leviathan first. So we have a 3.5-litre turbocharged engine. We have 402 horsepower in this thing. It's pretty good. And we do have, I think, is this an exterior roll cage? No, it's not. We have roof bars and the spare wheel at the back. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it into off-road mode, and that then shows us the tyre pressures and which drive mode we're in. So we're coming off here. Perfect. We can lock the diffs, but not just yet. Now also we get a semi-automatic mode. I could have used that to increase the speed of the gear changes, to be honest, but you can go between M2, M3. It's a shame we don't have an S mode. Okay then, we're going up here. I don't think we're going to do the challenge. We're just going to try it. Oh yeah. Well, it's good so far. I'm going to put it into low range mode, and then we can interact down here with the front and rear diff lock. There you go. Right, it's feeling good. This is not a very difficult section of the course yet. Whoa, I can barely see over there. There you go. Yeah, so one of the complaints with the Procyon Centauri is that it was great on the road, it was great around town, but it wasn't amazing at off-roading. Even, whoa, with the modified versions. Is this any better? I think it is. We got great ground clearance, and having that body-on-frame thing allows it to be a bit more flexible underneath, which is what you need off-road. The camera in orbit mode is a bit high. That can be fixed, hopefully, with a bug fix in the future. Also, they were going to add, UrbanMade was going to add a pickup bed version. So you had the 4 doors here, and then this bit was like a pickup bed. But that's not included in the early or the first release of the mod. Hopefully they add it soon. Well, this is amazing. I mean, we do have a customized one here, but it's perfect. And we also have tuned off-road suspension. You can see how much travel there is in the rear suspension. That's a multi-link suspension. And then at the front, we've got a double wishbone. They're pretty good for off-roading as far as I know. Oh, it's very rocky here now. Oh, we've actually torn a bit of the body off there. Right, I want to go up there. So, interior cam. The turning circle isn't brilliant. It is a all-wheel drive off-roader, though, so I guess we can forgive it. Right, up we go. Whoa. Are we even meant to be going up here? It is a go anywhere brute. Oh, we've beached it. That may be a bit too much for it. Right, we're going to adjust our line. And if it can get over this, uh-oh. I think we can call it a very good off-roader, but we're beached. Oh, come on. There you go. We are off. Right. If we can get up here, I think that will be a successful test of this thing's off-road capability. So, oil pan damage, but we made it. It gets a thumbs up from me. Now, there is a Baja track here on Johnson Valley. It's quite a long course, and it's perfect for testing the Baja. So this thing has 580 horsepower again, a 3.5-litre V6, but a very tuned turbo. We do have a roll cage in this thing. That looks like a really robust roll cage there. Okay, off we go. Whoa, manual mode. Good. Oh, this thing's quick. This thing is really quick, and it handles the bumps. The door's open, but it handles the bumps pretty well. We're actually way more than the premium model. I guess that engine is very heavy. Whoa. Oh my goodness. Well, the gears are quite short. They're tuned for racing. Woohoo! Yeah, it can handle the bumps. Well, it's great to see that Docro Swag did give us an off-road racer. And this thing is a little bit hard to handle, bit understeery on the dirt, but whoa, you will have a lot of fun driving this on this Baja track. Oh, let's go up here. This corner's really cool. Whoa, keep the speed up. Keep accelerating. Don't let off the throttle. Wow. Yeah, it's hard to control, but fun. All the greatest law-friendly BeamNG mods have configs for emergency services included, and this mod is no different. On the right, we have the mountain rescue car. It's actually a Korean mountain rescue car because that's where Urban Made is from, and this car in BeamNG law is made in Korea. Now, we also have a Spain police car, a Spanish police car of the Policia Nacional. This would be used for off-road areas, I suppose, and I love the bull bar on the front. Then we have a highway maintenance car. This is for Korea, and on the left, we have a European Union one. You can see highway maintenance on the side. This thing has something very interesting on the roof. It's a unit that warns motorists of impending obstacles or highway maintenance going on up ahead, so you can control it from the interior. We do have the normal panel, whoa, there it is, for the police lights, but it's a bit different. If I press this button, watch what happens. It raises up. There you go, and tells you to go either side of this vehicle. You can also fold it down with that. Then you can switch on or off the warning sign or the text message here. Keep road rules. What's the other one? Focus traffic. Not sure what that means. And no overspeed. Yeah, okay. And we also have different lights and sirens and all that. Yeah, it's really, really cool, and it works really nicely. Available also on the Korean one. We also have a couple of Korean taxi configs. On the side, we do have the brand or the name of the taxi company. And then this is the deluxe taxi again. We've got some writing down here, really nice detail. But also, we have on the roof a light up, you can kind of see it, a light up taxi sign to tell you when the taxi is free or occupied. We also have a couple of fleet configs. These are stripped down, bare bones versions of the Interra, designed for companies to buy up and use as fleet vehicles. These only have tiny steel wheels, but they do have a different engine, the 2.2-litre diesel unit that is, well, 220 horsepower, but a lot of torque. I do love this though. If you use the commercial version, that's the one that's been turned into a van by blocking out the windows on the side here, you can put in the parts menu cargo boxes in the middle, rear and trunk area. And you can absolutely load it up with cargo boxes, and that means it does support BeamNG career mode. In the back, we do have some cargo boxes in there. If I open the trunk, yeah, we've got a load of cargo boxes, 6 on there and then 1 on the roof, plus I think we've got 1 on the passenger seat. Oh, we've also got 1 on the driver's seat. How's that happened? Despite having quite a weak diesel engine, it does handle pretty well. The torque is great, and I think, yep, it's turbocharged, which is great. So yeah, not the fastest. The 3-litre V6 and the 3.5 do fit this car much better, but if you want it, you can have diesel. Well, it gets up to over 60 miles per hour quite easily, but what about a crash test? Whoa! Oh, we're on fire! Yeah, it's quite a good crash model. Not the best, but it's all right. This is the Motif trim level. These are the highest spec versions of the Interra. We've got the Motif Classic, which is made to look a bit more like, I guess, 70s, 80s, and 90s off-roaders, and then the Motif Black Ink. It's a blacked out version, highest trim level, special edition. I really like it, and I really like the wheels on this thing. Not too sure about the blacked out interior though. This is quite dark in here. At least we've got the sunroof and we can open it. Let's get out of here. Not the best turning circle in this thing. You have to turn the wheel quite a lot, it feels like, to get around town. But yeah, I really like the Interra. This is the top spec model, but there is a sport version we'll be taking on the track very soon. What do you think of this mod? Does it compare well to the Procyon Centauri, or is the Procyon Centauri still the king of modern SUV mods? 299 horsepower, very slow to react. Automatic gearbox in this thing. It really does need that sport mode. Oh dear. It's time to take the Seoil Interra around the West Coast USA racetrack. And we have the Ace, the sport model of the Interra with 580 horsepower. This thing's crazy with its really highly tuned and turbocharged engine. We also have 22-inch rims and these kind of green decals at the front and down the side. So yeah, it's called the Ace. This is the top spec model and it's very sporty. We also have green mood lighting or ambient lighting inside. Very sporty. Okay, we're going to leave it in sport mode. Again, we don't have the sport gearbox mode. Such a shame, but I can understand that this is more an off-roader, not a sports car. So, here we go. Oh my goodness. Well, it grips quite well. We're in all-wheel drive mode. 0 to 60 is in about 4.5 seconds. It does 150 miles per hour. Apparently, it has race brakes, but it still weighs 2.5 tons. So there's only so much those brakes can do. Let's have a look at the G meter. Is the G meter working? Yes, it is. Whoa, listen to that wastegate. It's a little bit laggy, the G meter, but it's fairly good. Okay. Brakes, ooh, there's a bit squirmy under braking, and the understeer is insanely bad. Still getting a lot of body roll despite those 22-inch rims. Oh my goodness. It's not a sports car. How many times have I said that today, but it's not a sports car. I'm getting fairly good feedback with the force feedback, which is good. I can feel what the car is doing. Not all BeamNG mods are the same in terms of their feeling with the force feedback, so Urban May's done a good job with that. Okay, top speed down the long straight. Sounds pretty good. 130. Can we get to 150? Whoop, slightly on the kitty litter there. 145, 146, 147, 148, 150. A bit over. Brake! No, I brake way too late. Oh, the brakes could be better. The brakes could be better. Let's try that again. Braking at a better time. Yeah, pretty good. If you brake at the right moment, it's fine. But, you know, it says race brakes on this thing. It doesn't feel as good as it should be. Anyway, it's now time for the corkscrew corner. The higher and heavier a vehicle is, the worse it usually does. So, let's see what the Interra can do. Ooh, turning in. Terrible understeer. Oh. Wow, that was awful. As I'm pushing it around the track, I'm having to fight quite hard with understeer. There's no sign of any oversteer. There you go. But we took that... Oh no, that was fine. 45 to 50 miles per hour. It felt fine. I'm really impressed with this. Considering it's very heavy, just needs better brakes. Anyway, that is the Seoil Interra. I've almost called it the Soliad a couple of times today. It's a weird name, but I think it works quite well in BeamNG lore. If you'd like to see another of Urban May's mods, click the video on screen right now. It's the Ibishu Lumience, a lore-friendly sedan.